What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We have the new Hydra rotation. I didn't have a chance to do a video when the rotation actually happened. I was in the middle of a whale fest. But what changed on this rotation, guys? It is a bit more annoying than the previous ones. So this is rotation number 3. And it's gonna be for 4 weeks from here on. What exactly changed? If we're gonna click on the champions right here to see the heads as well. So the head of Decay and the head of Torment is out of the rotation. That means that we do not need to start with the Duchess. We do not need to start with the Inquisitor Shamael or anything to deal with the Fear. Their affinities changed. We only have one Force affinity head. So that means that Royal Guard is the ultimate MVP on this rotation. Okay, we have 3 magic, 2 spirit heads. Now, when we're talking about what do we have incorporated in the very first 4 heads, okay? So we have the cleanser, we have the one that puts the toxic clouds. The problem with those two is that I'm actually going to go in and run, then we're going to come back and I'm going to explain a couple of other things. So basically, the cleanser is 10 speed faster than the head of Blight, okay? So most probably you'll be like, well, I'm just going to cut in between them speeds. And I'm going to put block buffs or HP burn or whatever, and I'll have 0 problems with it, you know. The only thing is that whenever this one cleanses, boosts the thermometer by 30%. Now, I haven't tried it enough yet to figure out if I land a decreased speed and it only lands on this head, which it should happen, but it's a lot of RNG to keep on trying and do it. And then what speed I need to cut in between the cleans and the thermometer boost. Can that still happen to be a cut or no? I haven't really looked into it much, but I still have 3 more weeks to do it, guys, so I'll definitely let you know. Now, one problem that you have is that he's gonna cleanse, he's gonna put a Toxic Cloud. You have no way out of it. There are a few champions that can kind of like override the whole situation. Tombelord lands attack down without hitting. We have a Mordecai with HP burn without hitting. We have Draco with defense down and weaken without hitting, and Spider for an epic champion. We actually have a bunch of champions that can allow us to do that. Now, I actually tried using 2 Royal Guards and using, what's his name, Geomancer. I got to turn 100 and something and I was short by 4 million damage. I wasn't very happy with that, just for the simple fact that the turn limit was very high for the damage I had, and I feel like was just underperforming the team in terms of damage. Now, I might try it again, see if I can change a couple of things around to improve it. The main thing that you need here, either you're gonna let them take a turn, and I'm not gonna use this just yet, and I'm gonna use it afterwards. Either I'm gonna go in with the HP burn straight after they do their thing. That's with Geomancer. Again, I can land this on any head that I want, and I don't need to hit the target. That's actually a pretty helpful thing. I have him on a Relentless just for extra turns to try and keep that on as many heads as possible, but it turns out it's not as efficient as I would like it to be. You see, so they put a Toxic Cloud. Right now, if I would have a champion like Mordecai, for example, I would be able to land HP burn on every single head on a 4-turn cooldown without a hassle. You know, I don't need to attack them. I'll have that up on every single head, and that will allow me to create, to put a debuff, sorry, to land the damage. The only problem is, if they're taking many turns in the meantime, they're gonna lose the HP burn, and maybe they're still gonna have the Toxic Cloud. It kind of depends, especially the longer you go in the fight. It might happen where you actually have the Toxic Cloud for 2 turns, the HP burn left for 1 turn only. It depends on how you manage to place it. You might not have the skill available, and that might put you in some sort of problems, but it's not something that it should happen very often, you know. It can happen, but not as often. I'm just kind of trying to prepare you generally for everything. So I'm actually gonna let this one to cleanse the head of red, and then I'm gonna start using different skills. I definitely want to kill the cleanser first. So the first head I want to take down is 100% the cleanser, because it's literally the most annoying head out of all of them. Once the head is done, I should be pretty good, especially if it doesn't spawn again. That would be just amazing, you know. Now you do have the problem with this head right here. It's pretty tanky. You have that reflect damage pretty often. The good part about Geomancer is that you can actually strip that off without a problem, you know. I'm still not gonna use that one just yet. How you can see they have different cooldowns, okay? So by the time this one is gonna cleanse, this is still gonna be on a cooldown. So I actually have the chance to go in with a block buffs champion and block them, you know, so they won't be able to land that. And I can control that till the end of the fight. The only problem there again is that depends on what heads comes out after respawns, that can create you problems again. So there are a lot of small things like this that can create you issues, but I'm gonna show you kind of like a few champions that you can run around. I'm definitely gonna try to remove that. That's kind of like my next step. So I'm gonna be able to land that on everyone except the toxic head. We got some damage there. With the reflect damage, another thing that I could do right now, for example, would be to kill my Royal Guard, and then the devouring thing is gonna move to a different champion. That's gonna give me a bit of an advantage. So let's see, if I have the skill active, I'm definitely gonna use it. I can use the HP burn on the toxic head just because he's the only one that cannot take damage, at least for the moment. I can strip all those buffs from the head. And slowly, let's see if we can actually... We don't have that available just yet. So I need one more turn. Then I'm gonna kill my Royal Guard. That's gonna move to a different champion. And that's actually gonna be pretty good for my team, you know. And once I do that, I can back out. Now, for example, I could use this skill right now. Is it really gonna benefit me at all? Not really. So this is on a 3-turn cooldown. This is on a 2-turn cooldown. So he's actually gonna cleanse before this head is gonna use the toxic head. So I can actually hold on to that till he cleanses. So now Royal Guard should be able to smack some ass, kill himself. Okay, you see, that moved on Duchess is not really the best thing you can get out of it, the best outcome, but it's still better than having it on a Royal Guard, because you wanna have damage, you know. So right now I have HP burn, HP burn, HP burn. This is the only head that doesn't have it. So you know what? I'm gonna land it on him as well, and let's start doing some damage on everyone. Unfortunately, we got resisted. We can use this skill too. So I'm able to keep this with Geomancer on a relentless set, kind of like on 3 heads at the same time. Once the cleanser comes in and cleanses the entire team, that creates me a bit of a problem. If I get lucky with the refresh accessories, I'm gonna be able to keep it up again. The damage is not bad comparing with the previous teams on the previous rotation. Around turn 10, I used to have around 7 million damage. Around turn 20, I used to have 10 plus million damage, depending by which team I actually used. Now, of course, if you have the Inquisitor Shamael comp, that's definitely working better, because you're constantly putting Termiter on your lead, and that allows it to rotate more often. You should definitely be prepared for the Head of Torment to make an appearance as soon as one of these dies, because the chances of new heads to respawn on the higher difficulties, for example, compared to the low ones, are so much higher. So you should always be prepared for the other head to come out, you know. Okay. So I'm literally just gonna let him cleanse, use the skill just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, in case if somebody doesn't understand. It should be definitely pretty straightforward. Just pay attention to their skills, their cooldowns, and just use the skill at the right moment. Don't use it too early, don't use it too late, you know. That sort of a situation. Okay, we got the cleans. I should get my turn right now. Block buffs on everyone except this head, because it was on a 14 count, and it actually damaged my team. And whenever he's on a 14 count, he's gonna buff himself and attack before the hit is on it. So he's gonna be able to put that immunity before you're gonna be able to debuff him if he's a skill that actually hits. But I'm gonna strip that off from him. So basically, that's kind of the way it works. I can do this now without a problem. By the time this head is gonna use the toxic cloud, everyone is protected. So from here on, you can actually put the team on point. Everything's gonna work just fine. This is an option, okay? If you don't have these champions available, as an example, I haven't changed stats from the 2 months ago, since I'm keep showing you the same kind of teams just with some champions in and out. So if you're really curious about it, either jump in Discord, ask me there, either feel free to check one of the previous videos on the Hydra clan boss. I have a full playlist, and you're gonna be able to find builds for every single champion that I ever used on Hydra in one of those videos. But for example, if we go at the team setup, I kind of made you 4 different setups just to give you an idea. Mordecai is definitely the MVP, and I'll explain you why in a second. If I'm gonna click on this one right here, he's not really built. Not all my champions, they have the gear right now at the moment here. So Mordecai, you just want to have speed, accuracy, survivability. That's it. Speed, accuracy, survivability. What set? Whatever you can. If you have a reflex, if you have a relentless, it's gonna be amazing. So basically this skill places the HP burn on all enemies for 2 turns, increase attack on all allies, and this doesn't attack a target. That's why he's good. He's giving you a bit of turn meter as well. And on the A1, I can't even remember what he's doing. Decreases turn meter. That's not really gonna help, you know. If you're running that, with Cetalia, you're gonna be able to strip the ally protection. You're gonna be able to strip the increased attack. You're gonna be able to strip the immunity. All this. That's why Cetalia, again, is an awesome champion. She has HP burn on the A1 to help the rest of the team. She has a super powerful heal, cleans. So definitely Cetalia is an awesome champion. We have Ursula the Mourner as a reviver, attack down, even attack up. Royal Guard, good damage. Brockney to help you to keep the team alive. Immunity, cleans, shield. Venus, HP burn, block buffs from Lady Kimi. You have damage, you have revive, you have attack down. You have increased speed from multiple champions, decreased speed. Geomancer, Mordecai as well. So the whole idea here is always make Mordecai the fastest, okay? So then Geomancer replaces his HP burn on the heads. That's kind of like the whole idea. Because he is on a 4-turn cooldown, you should be able to align whenever the HP burn lands from champion to champion and keep it under control with Geomancer, you know. So that should allow you to do that without a problem. But that's kind of like what I would suggest to you in terms of teams for the moment. I haven't personally had the chance to go in and do a key. If you're gonna have a look at some of my clanmates, only 3 of us did the Hydra because we've been pretty busy with other things. But this team right here is pretty straightforward, like the one in the first rotation, in the second rotation. This one right here, Mordecai, Cetalia, Krisk, Duchess, 2 Royal Guards. So Grateful actually came out with a very nice team. And we have my boy Johnny here, similar with something that I showed you, but not as similar. So he's actually using Mordecai, Brockney, and Ugo. Ugo, she's actually awesome for this rotation because she's not weak affinity. It's only 1 force head. So Ugo is definitely going to be an amazing, amazing champion to use on this rotation, guys. Venus, HP burn. There are a few other champions for that drop HP burn, but none of them are as efficient as Mordecai, you know. That was kind of all for this video. I just wanted to give you an insight of how to prioritize your team, what champions to put in your team in order to achieve some decent results. I'm definitely going to try Mitrala probably on this rotation just to see what she's made of, since I actually summon her on my account now that the CVC is done. So keep an eye for that video as well if you're curious to see what Mitrala can do. I gotta build her and take care of her. And I'm definitely gonna look during this week and next week to drop you a couple of different teams for the lower difficulty as well on the Hydra. But appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon on another video or later on Twitch TV with some sharp pulls. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.